Hi everyone, this is Maxine here today with a new video. This is going to be for the sign Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, okay? And this is going to be a monthly reading, a general monthly reading for the month of February, okay? So I have my cards here and I pre-shuffled them. So let me get 4 cards out for the month of February for Virgo, all right? All right, let's see. I got 2. This one is the 5 of Cups. This one is the 9 of Wands. This one is the 5 of Swords. And this one is the Tower. Oh my gosh. This one is the Chariot at the bottom of the card, at the bottom of the deck. All right, let me organize these cards. This is like, I'm getting into a whole, even with the colors of this reading, like it's not very vibrant. This is like a heavy reading, okay? So you guys are going through a lot the month of February. Definitely a lot of change with these 2 5s here. And with the Tower being here is totally just like eradicating energy of starting fresh. And a lot of you may be losing a loved one, or you may be losing, you may be going through a loss, right? Even with the 5 of Cups here, talks about losing a loved one or losing something you were emotionally attached to, losing that security, all right? Emotional security. The 9 of Wands is here, talks about trials and tribulations and, you know, just feeling like you have to stand 10 toes down on your own, have to stand in your own, you know, strength by yourself. The 5 of Swords here, it just talks about a totally like change in the mental aspect for you. It's like you are just in your own, you're in your mind a lot. You may be arguing, maybe having internal arguments with yourself, and also could be having troubles communicating how you feel with others, and you know, just like external arguments, external communication. You may be feeling just isolated from everybody, okay? So let's get into this reading, right? So 5 of Cups here, the first week, I see that some of you may be experiencing just being solo, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now that I'm like really looking at this reading here, a lot of you may just need some time alone. Like you want to be alone, right? You want to, you know, just, you're looking at the situation, whatever may happen, right? Or just your life in general as half cup empty for a little bit. But it's like at the same time, everybody needs that, the duality in their life. The duality of like yin and yang, or negative, positive, happy, whatever the opposite of happy is. And, you know, just that duality of needing your alone time, just as some people need to be surrounded by other people, or may have used to feel like you need to be around other people in order to feel a certain way, right? But you're connecting with your nature, you're connecting with your the ups and the downs. You're not only appreciating yourself for your high parts, but your most lowest. And that's the most important to you, because you haven't had that time before to connect with yourself, to yourself emotionally, right? So everybody needs that duality of, you know, not only loving yourself when you're happy, but also loving yourself when you're not mentally there. And it's okay that you're not all the time. And you come to realize that it is okay. But also, a situation could have happened to make you feel like, you know, I have to keep all of my eggs in one basket, or I have to, you know, just keep what I have like right next to me, close to me, because everything else has left me. And it comes to a point where you're doing that to the point where you kind of just isolate yourself emotionally, and not allow anybody else to be able to come in and to help you, you know, solve those issues. And that comes from a whole childhood trauma of feeling like you've had to depend on yourself only, of trying to fix all of your situations. When we go through things as children, it manifests into adulthood. And so when you feel like you've had to actually take care of yourself, that's how you cope, because that is your number one mechanism of, you know, feeling like you are safe, is taking care of yourself. And so that's what you're going to revert to this first week in February. And like I said, you know, to each their own. There's nothing wrong with that. And we need that duality of not only wanting to be around people, but wanting to be by ourselves. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But I do see a sadness, and it could deal with a loss of a loved one. Okay, remembering the past traumas, and also, you know, feelings of hurt. Like, I just see a lot of hurt feeling, right? You're gonna take this energy though, the second week of February, and change that into a fiery type of feeling. It's like that gives you motivation in order to do something more of yourself. And this could manifest into, for some of you, could be due to job, you know, situation, or it could be due to, you know, just life in general. Okay, relationships, whatever, right? You are turning this moment here into a moment of, I got this, I can do it all by myself. And, you know, this is going to change your attitude towards some things, right? Towards some people. And you have a strong mind, okay? You're going to have a strong mind about a situation, and nobody's going to change it. And that may cause some type of arguments, you know, that may cause some type of conflict in a relationship. Like, I'm telling you, this first week, you're going to feel like so hurt. And it's going to be coming out of nowhere. Like, what the hell? Like, you know, could have to do with relationship. I'm getting a strong feeling of like some type of relationship here, especially with it being the cups, right? This is a challenge of physical and mental. You know, these 2 weeks here, the second and third, are going to be just challenge of the physical and mental status of yourself. You know, and every week this month is going to be like you are turning into, like, it's like a metamorphosis of yourself. And it's like you're going to be experiencing the lower side of yourself, the lower vibration of yourself, but in every aspect, like your emotional, physical, or, you know, dealing with like your energy, and then also with the swords, with mental, right? You're going through a metamorphosis in all aspects of yourself. And with this Five of Swords, you're going to be kind of conflicting with others. because I see there's not a strong connection with other people. You feel so distant. You feel so far away, you know? And it's like now you're kind of tired of being that way. You're kind of tired of, you know, you're like, how can I get out of this mindset? But it's like you are metamorphosing. So it's like you can't. Even if you tried, you can't, because what's already been seen cannot be unseen. And something has destroyed your perception, right? Something has destroyed your perception to the fullest, to where you just have to move on. You have to move on, right? For some of you, this could be, you know, about, you know, losing a home or losing a place that you thought was, you're going to be like a forever thing, right? This, for some of you, it could be losing a partner. But it's going to cause you to move on. You're moving on to greater pastures, and, you know, friendships, all of that, you know, everything is changing. Everything is changing for yourself, and you're leaving what you've used to know, what you were accustomed to. And with this Tower here, this is a powerful card, right? But this is ultimate destruction of what, of either could be physical things or mental, right? And this card seldomly comes out for me, right? Seldomly. Only when it's going to happen. Something has got to change. Something is going to change, right? I don't think of this card as like a bad card per se, but it's mainly, you know, it's mainly there to show you that a change is going to come. And it's about, are you going to go with the change, or are you going to let it change you? You know? I have the Rider Tarot deck here to clarify these cards, of course. So I pre-shuffled it as well. Let me move these cards up so we can get a better look of everything. Okay. Alright, so let's get 4 cards to clarify. 5 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the Tower. Oh, wow. We got a lot came out. Alright, so the Fool, right? For the 5 of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the 7. So, oh, I was just going to point this out as well. 7 here. The Tower, 1 plus 6, 7. And then also the 7 of Pentacles, okay? And then we have the Knight of Swords. All right. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. So a lot of Knight energy, a lot of movement, right? Even with the Chariot here, there's a lot of movement. 2 of Swords. Bottom of this card, Queen of Cups, connecting with emotions, right? Blocking out emotions, blocking, guarding, self-guarding, yeah. Knight of Wands, just new energy flowing, coming in, you know? Okay, so with these cards clarifying, you know, with the Fool, the 10 of Cups, this shows to me, right? Yes, all of this is going to happen, but these are going to be the results of why, of what's going to happen, right? So a lot of you are disconnecting yourself probably because you're waiting for something that you've, actually physically planted, or you're waiting, for your manifestations to happen. Some of you are actually disconnecting your mental thoughts about the situation because you just want it to happen. You kind of just disconnecting yourself. Some of you may be standing strong on an opinion due to family because of what they might perceive as like your decisions are wrong, or maybe you're going to this moment, you're going to be leaning on family members. A lot of you are, probably close with your family. I would hope so. And this just caused you to, find that family unity. Okay? Instead of dealing with things alone. Maybe you deal with certain situations alone and then you lean on family for others, and that's totally fine as well. The Fool here is, here to tell you, yes, you look at the situation with the cup empty, pessimistic. But here, there's nothing wrong with being optimistic. And this is a new beginning of, new growth, okay? Vitality, new life happening. The sun is going to come out. In those moments of despair, in those moments of sadness that you may have, you see the potential. A lot of symbolism here. Circular symbolism. Right? Means growth, new vitality. Kids could, help you during this time. A loss of a kid for some of you may be experiencing in February. Yeah. What's caused you to feel alone in a family unit. Some of you were expecting, and it just caused you to, become a wreck mentally. And some of you may need to grow out of that mindset. And a lot of you may be needing counseling to destroy that perception that, it's going to happen again. Some of you may have a partner that, is going through the same thing with you and, is wanting to try again. Right? Is wanting to achieve those manifestations, those affirmations, wanting to plant good things. But it's the mindset that keeps a hold. So with the Knight of Swords, it's like the whole perception is being destroyed. Some of you could have a really change of perception. Something is going to happen to cause you to have a change of perception. Yeah, so let's cut this reading. I wanted to take my time with this. Definitely feel like, you're going to be going through a lot of challenges. This is not going to be an easy month for a lot of you guys, right? But what's important is, are you going to let it defeat you, or are you going to defeat it or roll with the punches and change and adapt? That's what I would take out of the month of February. Okay, Virgo, if you like this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if anything resonates, please comment that in the message down below. And if you have any suggestions, please, let me know. If you would like a specific type of reading, I will be glad, more than happy to do that. So yes, please give me a comment down below and definitely subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.